the Gamers Table. It is Monday, and we're reviewing Citadels.
Citadels is a very fun game.
In Citadels, each player leads a city and seeks to increase its prosperity by building new city districts. The game ends after one player has built his 8th district, after which a winner is determined by points. Building the most impressive city, however, is not an easy task. Only by influencing nobles, merchants, and other powerful characters of the realm will you achieve success. Citadels is a fun game. This is a role selection game.
This is a frustrating role selection game.
It can be, yeah.
Frustrating as hell.
Oh, Warlord hit me again. Oh, crap.
No, not that so much. I don't mind
Thief
the Warlord
stole my
hitting
gold.
somebody,
See, the
or
Warlord
thief stealing
can
my
direct on
gold.
somebody.
Yeah.
It's, I'm the thief. I choose the merchant.
Oh, yeah, that's-
not I choose
Thief
the
is
guy who needs to get
frustrating.
hit.
You really
Same
need
thing with
money.
the assassin. We've talked about randomness in games before, and I don't like when you are forced to make an improper decision by a random factor. You're supposed to say, here's the assassin. This guy's almost going to win the game. I need to make sure he doesn't get a turn this round. But I got to try and guess which one of the roles he took. The only thing I know is he didn't take the assassin because I've got it right here. But he could have taken any one of the other ones. And if he didn't take the right one, well then I'm taking the wrong player out of the game this turn. And he's going to win. I need to target him, not just somebody. Same thing with a thief. He's got a lot of money, he's got no money, she's got no money. I need to target him with the money. I've got to randomly pick somebody. Maybe I pick the right person, maybe I pick the wrong person. Again, it's too random in that respect.
Yeah, you really need the money. You see someone out there with a lot of money, and you try to, oh, I want that. Oh, but I got to take his instead. But he's only got one. Oh, crap.
Yeah, that's the trick of this game. Like, you can take the assassin to kill somebody, but you can't kill Ken or kill Craig. No, you got to kill,
you gotta kill a
the
character,
role that
the
you
role.
think he took.
And only one person can take each role. You pick one and then.
Unless you're playing with less players, in which case they take 2 roles.
Oh, they do? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I haven't played it with that few, I think.
Yeah, we have.
I don't remember that. Probably a long time ago. You got a limited number of roles, and depending on the order, who gets the king, who starts, you either got a good selection of cards of the 8, or you're getting a limited selection farther around the table.
Your roles, you have the assassin. The assassin is great because you're guaranteed to get a turn.
Yes.
And it's frustrating when you get assassinated by the assassin because,
Oh, yeah.
well, guess what? No turn for you. The thief steals all the treasure of the character he steals from on the start of their turn. Which
And
is
it
a little
happens to be
frustrating
somebody
because
who's-
a lot of the time you want the treasure right now because you want to spend it right away.
Oh,
yeah.
but
Or you
can't.
want it from the
No.
guy who's got the 6 gold, not the guy who's got 1 gold because he spent it last
You
round.
get that one card.
Or
that
the guy
when
who's
you
like the
gets you
card
over
that
the
didn't even
top.
get used.
The magician swaps hand with another player, or you can exchange cards with the draw pile.
Yeah, go read them all out.
I will. Well, I'm not actually reading them out. I'm just giving a
Well,
brief description of them. The
They're
king
already pretty brief.
picks the roll cards first, and they have a bonus for yellow buildings.
Bishop.
And the
Keep going.
bishop
Keep going.
is immune to the warlord blowing up their buildings, and they get a bonus for the blue buildings. Merchant gets a bonus gold for being ghoul, plus he gets a bonus for the green.
Yes. You get our. Whoops.
I think the merchant districts the green districts are the most plentiful in the game, but I'm not totally sure on the.
If you could put him down and make him land like that.
Oh, yeah, well,
No,
I
I
can't see that.
I just put him down. I didn't try and stack him like that. They just
yeah.
did. It doesn't count if you do it on purpose. That was random.
Whatever.
That was like rolling 3
They still
6s in
did
a row.
it anyway.
The architect is good
You
for
probably
getting
can't even
extra
see what you
cards in
did.
your hand and building more than one district on your turn. And the warlord is great for getting bonus for your red buildings
And for wrecking somebody
and for
else's
wrecking
buildings.
Yes.
somebody else's buildings, which is almost essential in this game because you don't want people to rush to the 8 buildings right away.
A couple neat things about how they handle this. You have your cards in your hand. Apparently, I don't think there's a hand limit. You can have as many as you want because some cards fill them up. But any card you discard, if you discard the card, instead of a discard pile, it just goes onto the bottom to be recycled, to come through again. So if you saw that card was really good, depending on how big the player game is, you might actually see that card again before the end of the
There's
game.
a pretty good chance, actually, yes.
But most of these, they're just different buildings in the cities, and the number of gold is up here, how much it costs to build, and how many victory points you'll get for that at the end of the game.
there's just a lot of player interaction, a lot of deduction, trying to figure out what role that your opponent, like whoever, you could easily see who's got the most points around the table. Whoever's got the highest cost buildings, like the most points in buildings, is the leader. So you want to try to pick on a leader, but that's the trick of this game is it's not that easy to pick on someone. The only character that can pick on someone are the magician by taking their hand of cards, or the warlord from destroying one of their districts.
Some of the buildings have different abilities on them too, depending what you get down.
The
Some
purple
can't
ones.
be. Yeah, the purple ones can't. There's one that can't be destroyed by the warlord. Stuff like that. Some might be worth more than what you need to pay for them.
So at the end of the game scoring, you get scored for your buildings, you get bonus points for going out first, you get bonus points for going out on the round that the first person goes out as well, and you also get bonus points for having all colors represented in your district. Hey Craig, I assume it's you who reads these. I wanted to know if y'all play Magic, The Gathering, or any of the associated clicks associated
clicks.
games. Hero Clicks, Horror Clicks. Might be more a collectible type of game, but still curious. Great shows.
Andy wants to get in there.
And that's from Royce. And I was really heavily into Magic the Gathering. I mean, I love the game. I don't know if I particularly like the scene around Magic the Gathering. There's a lot of greed involved in that, where people like just trying to hose you out of your good cards and I'll trade you this, or I don't know how many times we've been playing Magic the Gathering, people would like lose their cards, stuff like that. There's a lot of that goes around with that. I mean, it's a money game to a lot of people, and me, I just enjoyed the game.
But the game itself,
I love the game.
and I believe with the Planeswalker, they tried to revitalize it, make it more. You don't need any more to your deck. Here's your deck. Go. We make it less of the money sink, more about the gameplay again.
Yeah, I've recently picked up some a bunch of dual decks. I got like 6 or 8 different dual decks, which is kind of cool. But unfortunately for me, I found the actual deck building is much fun, if not more fun, than actually seeing how your deck performs. Like if you've got a pre-made deck, that's kind of cool. But if it's something you created and you watch it destroy somebody else's, that's
the
even
satisfaction there.
better. Yeah, look, I created it. Now watch it destroy.
This engine of destruction.
Sort of like every time we play Call of Cthulhu, no matter what deck I build, somebody else's deck is better. Both of them.
I've beat him almost every single time.
So is Chris. I still like the game, but
Yeah. Well, like Red Planet. I like the game too, but I get beat all the time too. I think I've only won it twice. We played it quite a few times too. Quite a few.
So, wrapping up for Citadels. I give Citadels a 7. It can take a lot of players again, and it's nice to be able to get something that gets everybody involved. And there's some strategy, but then there's also the detraction of that randomness. When I need to nail him because he's getting ahead.
Yeah.
I gotta try and hope that he took Merchant when I pick. That's just...
Either that, or you just take the Warlord. That's the only one you can actually target someone
target
directly.
somebody.
But if you
Otherwise,
took the Bishop, then you can't target him anyway.
I'm gonna give this one 7.5. I think this one's a great game. I like all the different characters. What I like is that you got a certain number of roles to pick from. You know, whatever's passed on you, pretty much. But that's what you can play. There's not a lot of, what do you call that? AP? Analysis paralysis. There's not a lot of that in this game, I don't think.
There can be
No.
some. People
It
spend
depends
a
on the
long time
person.
looking at those characters.
No, well, usually you get a limited selection, so it's really not. I don't find it that bad for that. I like the interaction between all the players. You know, some of it can be kind of random, like Craig just said. You know, oh, I'm gonna steal this character's gold. Like you're hoping for the guy that's got all the gold on the table, but you're probably not gonna get it.
I give Citadels an 8. I really enjoy it. My only real drawback is sometimes someone can get picked on in this game.
Yeah, well, the guy's
inadvertently.
usually in-
Yeah, not intentionally. It's just the
I mean, I steal from the king. Oh, why'd you take the king this time?
Yeah,
You know?
there's the naming the character instead of the person can get that unintentional.
Mm-hmm.
thing going, like what you just talked about with Rob there before.
Yeah, he's not doing it on purpose, but it seems like, are you serious? 3 turns in a row,
But
I'm
you
getting
know,
nailed? What the hell?
If someone's way out in first and they're ready to finish the game off while everyone else is struggling, you're going to try and think on that person, obviously, because you don't want
And that's where the
You wanna
bluffing
win.
part of the game comes in. You got to try to deduce what the person's going to take, and that's part of the fun.
And if that goes to the
Well,
end, they might
deduction
take
isn't
something
exactly
that's
bluffing, but...
I'm just going to take something that completely doesn't do anything for me just because I don't want them to target that.
Sometimes you don't want that person to have that card, so you might take it instead. It might not help you entirely, but you might be able to have that analysis paralysis going. You say, "Oh, screw it, I'll just take this just because it didn't help him."
I'll take the assassin because the job I wasn't there when I got it, and I'll make sure the person who took it doesn't get to do it either. Lots of spite in this game.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of screw your neighbor in this one.
Well,
or attempt to screw your neighbor. Well, yeah.
So that's it for another episode of the Gamer's Table.
Hope she's hot.
Tune in next week for another game review of another game.
Yeah, that's what we try to do. Bye.